Uh, Kenny G, smooth jazz saxophonist. Kenny G is the king of inoffensiveness. If there's one thing that a dude whose legacy is providing an internationally renowned soundtrack to malls and elevators excels at, it's being agreeable. Ugh, another terrible writer on Vice.com. That's not a bad thing. Smooth jazz can be great, or at least smooth. Wrong. If agreeableness is your biggest asset, the kind that sells 75 million records worldwide, according to his recent New York Times article, you always run the risk of not knowing with whom to agree. So what did he do now?
I didn't hear anything happen in that story.
You know all about this, right?
Yeah, he tweeted a picture of himself, or he posted it to his Instagram, where it appeared as though he was supporting Hong Kong protesters. He was in Hong Kong, and they're protesting against communist China government, but he's super duper popular in China, so it looked like he was protesting against China, and then he didn't want it to appear that way, so then he started to defend communist China on his Twitter.
Oh yeah, that's a good move.
So wait,
we're talking about just a nightmare spiral where like he just should have stayed at home. Like, what? Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's fine. We're talking about Kenny G, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So Chinese people are allowed to listen to Kenny G, but they can't like watch like Nickelodeon. Like
They love him. He's like a big part of Chinese culture.
But don't they have censorship there? Isn't it all censored? All their fucking TV and all their shows and all that shit, and all their media. Or am I wrong? I think I'm right.
Well, I mean, yeah, but they still.
How many records did he sell? This guy sells records.
75 million. I mean, that's incredible. I can't imagine that any fucking soprano saxophone player ever could be popular, like even at a regional level. I can't even believe that there's a worldwide fucking superstar, international fucking superstar that plays soprano saxophone.
I wouldn't believe you if you told me anybody sold 75 million of anything.
Yeah, I mean, this is but how hilarious is it that he's at, because what we know about the Chinese government, I mean, and by we, I mean me and you, that they're fucking awful, extremely oppressive. It's just a nightmare culture in a lot of ways, don't you think?
Yeah. As soon as I heard about the mobile death fucking vans, I was turned completely fucking weirded out.
I mean, a government that limits the type and number of children that you can have.
They type?
Yes.
It's a male-female thing, too?
Yeah, right. I forget what it is. You're not allowed to have, like, more than one girl,
Yeah,
isn't it?
if you have a girl, you have to stop having kids. So, like, you can have 4 boys, and then as soon as you have a girl, that's your last child. You're not allowed to have any kids after that.
Sounds like they're planning to take over
And
the
if your
world.
first kid is a girl, that's all the kids you get.
What?
Yeah.
You didn't know about that?
I didn't know about the girl-boy thing. I thought it was just one-child policy.
It may be. I don't know. There might be different.
So
things
you're saying that if you have a girl, and
you
then
should look that up before
your
we
next
just get totally wrong about everything.
Yeah, your next little Chinese person is a boy, then it's okay. If you have one girl and then your next baby Chinese person,
I don't know. Whatever.
I'm talking about them like they're animals. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, their government certainly is.
No, guaranteed.
But they're so Kenny G. I just love the situation that he posts a selfie of him at what it was a protest against the Chinese government, right? Is that right?
Yes. Yeah.
And let's see. Hong Kong has been swept up in protests over the last several weeks, in which primarily young students are pulling from the Occupy playbook and filling the streets with making demands for democracy. So I like that this is starting to happen all over the world. As ineffectual as protesting is, at least it's a step closer. People are getting in the streets and, doing something. I mean,
yeah,
and that's scary in a place like China. I mean, that's disappear ya type of government. They don't give a fuck. They're still in the days of like Soviet Russia. I think. I'm just talking out of my ass, but that's what I think, isn't it?
No, definitely.
The protesters don't have anything that protects them. What they're doing is illegal.
Yeah. Oh, right, because they don't have like freedom of assembly guaranteed in their government documents like we do, supposedly.
Yeah.
This is so perfect.
Oh, and how wonderful that goes here. Yeah.
So I read, I don't know where, on some shit website, that you need government permission to reincarnate. applies to It applies to the Buddhist monks. They need government permission to
Did you fill out Form 404B? Like, no. Well, sorry. Back to fucking limbo, sucker.
Yeah, back to-
Fucking spiritual bureaucrats.
I think that means before you die, you need permission to reincarnate before you die. You know what I'm saying?
Give them proper notice.
But seems weird though.
No, that's not creepily controlling. That's, no, totally. Government's, why? It's not evil. Government's not innately evil. It's just people inside of it.
Dude, those monks be setting themselves on fire and shit.
Oh, yeah, they're the best.
I mean, I can't even watch that. And that guy sat there and did that.
I've seen a couple of those videos.
God.
I mean,
they don't
move
a muscle.
They don't
They don't even twitch their eyeball or
they
nothing.
light
They
themselves
just burn
the
to
fuck
nothing.
on fire, and they sit there.
So G, dude.
Yeah.
Is G still cool?
I think that's really old too.
Okay, what am I supposed to say? What should I say?
I don't know the new slang.
Boss. No, that's gone too.
That's really old.
Yeah, that's even older.
That's like
was
from before you were born. Yeah.
So what are we looking for here?
Dude, I don't know what the new slang is. Maybe somebody can call us up. 630
Yeah, tell us what it is.
599-7827. I know I've heard kids say tits, which is something we said in high school. No, that's old, but I've heard like young kids say it now.
Do I say that those monks turn up?
A baby?
Somebody call us and help us.
Help us with the
Help
new
us.
slang. 630-59. Although I'm pretty sure all our listeners are like 30 and up.
Yeah, so what?
630-599-7827. 630-599-7827. Sunday evening overdose.
Give us some fucking slang. God.
Yeah. All right. But I just love what I want to say about the Kenny G thing. I just love that it's like he's at this protest. He thinks it's cool. A lot of young people are there. They probably appreciate the fact that there's like an American celebrity there, and he's tweeting a picture of himself. And then he somehow gets what was it? He got afraid because he has a huge fucking following in China, and that was like a controversial position to take, more so than he realized, I guess.
Yeah.
It's not like in the United States where you're at the Occupy thing and most people are still like, okay, whatever,
Oh,
it's a lot more controversial there, I think.
Yeah.
And
So he's worried because they were
but then
paying-
he goes into the position of being like, no, sorry, Chinese government is good. I like them. Then he has to defend like, no, I'm not that's fine. I have nothing against any of that. So now, probably a lot of his U.S. market is like, what? No, they're not. So it's like he's in this fucking pawn game of just pissing people off
He's
back
just
and forth.
trying to keep that yen rolling in plus them dollars.
What a little cunt.
I know.
You know what? I would have bought an album from his stupid, cheesy fucking ass if he had like actually taken a stand.
I've been to like 2 of his concerts.
Shut up. You probably don't even know
Why did
who
you
he
tell
is.
me to shut up like that?
You're a big Kenny G fan? What's your favorite song?
Calmness.
Calmness? You like that one? How does it go? Hum a little bit of it for us.
I can't make a tuba sound. What does he play?
It's a soprano saxophone, as you know.
Bop, 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 bop. Remember that one?
No, I like this one. You know that one?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, that one's called "I'm a Dumb Cunt and I Should Stop Being Famous" by Kenny G. What a piece of shit. All right, let's move on.